go around the whole town. That way I don't get confused going up and down streets, but you'll get the idea that this is a hub city and it's been redone, um, remodeled, if you will, reupholstered, revamped, all the different words you can think of. Most of the buildings do have, a little bit of lighting on the outside, but again, here we go. We're going to go around. You know, maybe a little decorative here and there, but nothing too major because obviously the amount of work it took to pick every blade of grass, the rocks, the dirt piles. Um, Again, I'm looking for one that might have a pretty staircase in it because I would love to show that off, but I may not. There are a lot of buildings. I counted, I think there was over 100 or close to it, if I'm remembering correctly. And so that was a lot of work. I'm going to go corner to corner. If you notice, you can tell where it changes from one to the other. And I guess that was what I really liked about this world, which I probably would rename. I probably would rename another world this thing. The only thing is with this world, we did do a little bit of looking. I can show you the map in a minute. But the amount of traders that have been found, we really only have, I think, less than 5. Does that one have a staircase? No. Traders have been found, and there was a little bit of looking. I can't say we majorly looked or that we went crazy trying to find them. It was just a situation where I'm not a big trader user. I'm not somebody that's got to hit that trader up. Most people that do that, I believe, are obviously, the duping aspect, getting the coin, the gas barrels, and hitting the traders up to sell them in, turn them in for to get the points quick and fast because you're in somebody else's game. I mean, really, I don't know what purpose. I wonder where that. I had fixed up a couple of these broken down buildings only because I got stuck there. When I first started playing here in Hub City, I would run to them. Because again, these buildings inside are completely cleaned up, cleaned out. Even the hotels. This hotel, someone started playing with me. Is it this one? Maybe not. Yeah, it's this one. They decided because I already checked the bag. They left their light on their bike. But even the hotels are all completely floor by floor cleaned up and cleaned out. So you notice this area is what I would call destruction zone, or it's destroyed. And you still want to be careful on that. And so this whole area of town, even the garages are done with, the other garage has a name on it. But you want to be careful because there's landmines in that stuff. So when I was doing this whole area of town, because it's in destruction zone, there were some landmines, and hence why I have like 4 deaths on me. Pretty much every single one of every single one of them, not pretty much. Every single one of those deaths are because of a landmine in the town while I was working on it. Because inside the buildings, I got used to being able to just hack the hubcaps throughout town. Just hit them. No big deal. I was just busting them because they're just plain old hubcaps on the ground. And I obviously, when I got to this area of town without realizing that it was in the destruction zone, I hit a hubcap or two that I shouldn't have before I realized, oh yeah, this is not a great part of town. I do like the fact though that the zombies all hover together. See, there's the bar. I got a block on top. But here would be a spot. I would love to like park some cars here. Only because it is a, it'd look more authentic. But this area, so then you have snow here. So obviously out of the you have the area of snow and but it's sort of a little garage thing back there. Now if you notice, there's two Shamways right next to each other, which I thought was so. And what's crazy is if you drive down this street, that's the bank. But at the end of this street, I believe, is two working stiff tools on each side of each other. This hotel's the same way. Every floor has been cleaned up, so you can easily go in and loot as you please. Without busting the containers. And that was one of the things I asked people not to do is, don't go around just flopping bedrolls everywhere. Pick a spot. If you did want to build in town, because there's lots of area, or pick a building to be sure about it, have it where you're going to stay there at least for some period of time or fix it up, whatever. Because when you lay down the bedroll, there's no more, it's not going to respawn things. And I like it where we have a hub city where things can be respawned just as easily in every one of these buildings. It's been, they can respawn, even zombies. I've drove by these things before and actually could see zombies inside the windows. Alright, so I'm thinking that I've probably, yep, that's 3 lights on that building. I've circled the whole area. I'm going to get off now. I want to show on the map this whole town. And if you notice, this whole hub city is partly in, you've got the meadow, snow, you've got a whole mixture, and they all come to center right here. So you've got your burnt zone, snow, meadow, forest, even a little bit of that destroyed zone. And, but again, there's quite a bit of this map that has not been explored. A lot of spots that have been missed where I've got a few little markers where I think there's the desert. There's a lot of spots where I think there might be a trader. I did do a roundabout too. I drove around this whole world. Well, not quite all of it yet. Let's go up here. I'll show you. I think I've only made it about 3/4 of the way around this world, maybe halfway. But I like doing that. I drive around the whole map to get an outskirt, the red, to know where there it is. So you know where the map ends when you're looking at the map itself. And you know where the radiation zone is. That's always handy. But again, if you notice, there was a lot of map that have not been explored. I'm really feeling like one of these buildings close by where I live should have a staircase in it. Again, it doesn't happen very often. Does that one have one in it? No. Where zombies spawn inside the buildings, it's usually on the outsides of the buildings. But not necessarily. I'll have to say, the couple that I've seen spawn inside buildings, which it doesn't happen too often, the biggest is the clusters of them. I don't get like the stray zombies in this town specifically too much. In this town, they only come in groups. See, we've even cleaned that up in there. the parking garage. This one, I think, yeah, this is the one that doesn't have a name. Would love to find one of those pretty staircases. Which I'm not sure if it was Mernasty or Renee, Sarah or Renee, that actually built the first one. And I said, oh my God, I love that. See, even the funeral home, what I'd done for the doors are, again, frames. Zombies are more attracted to the doors, which I think I still have a couple windows in there. So, we're back at the Shotgun Messiah. Alpha likes to put the flap doors up. I just assume frames. And again, the biggest is because the doors and then windows are what attracts the zombies to the place you're at. They're less likely to, let's look. See, these have bars to the windows. I think we're missing a torch there. There should be one on the other side. Which is weird how I've not noticed that till just now. So obviously zombies that may come from, you know, close to my area. Not necessarily. They may, if I'm like say here and zombies do spawn in, they would have to go through a building. You know, if I had it where I've had to fix up a couple doorways or whatever of a building because zombies have beaten at it before actually like getting to me. Let's go in here. Oh, this isn't an elaborate one, but this is an example. This one's just a normal, regular little staircase that goes up to the floor. Very nice. This is probably something I did. I wasn't too original when it came to the things like that. I was just worried about cleaning out the ground. All the amount of digging and weeding. Hitting down all the iron and rock. Which was what it gave me the ability and the resources to have all the concrete to be able to fix it up. And even then, I don't think I had... It was very difficult to keep up with the amount I needed versus what I was getting, which you would get a lot from the whole town. Alright, so what I'm going to do now is get inside here and clip it. I believe it was probably about a good more than 15 minutes. I'm going to change this sign as well. Alright. Go upstairs. See, I've been playing, I believe it's nighttime without the light because I have it set up, because it's Hub City, it's so darn foggy anyway. Alright, so I want to clip this. Let's see if I can do it, which might make me go blue. Advanced. I want to be able to like clip this. Sorry about that. I might have to actually come back in is what I'm thinking I may have to do.